Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I am Natan Verhosky, your host with the most. You are at Frequency of Abundance Group. Thank you and welcome. So glad you could join us. Today we are on Successful Saturdays, the last one of the season for Season 2, as we're wrapping up and getting ready for Season 3. So welcome to the new year. Welcome to the new seasons. Welcome to all the cool, incredible conversations that we're having here on the Frequency of Abundance. And if you don't know where that's coming from, it is proudly presented by Allura Creative Agency. We are the public relations firm that hunts whales for you. So if you're looking at C-suite executives, leaders, founders, owners, reach out to us. We blow a dog whistle to that audience. We have incredible one-of-a-kind events. We co-host them. You don't introduce yourself or your offer. We do. Mind-blowing what the results are. If you'd like to be a guest on one of our shows, come on in, have some fun. Know that we'd love to spotlight you, showcase your message, and get out there. I've got about 15,000 eyes on me as we speak over here in my communities. I'd love to add yours to the mix. Let's get out there and let's show more people what we're doing. Now, if you want to join us, I'm going to put my contact info in the chat. Hold on. So, know that you can reach out to me anytime for one-on-one. If you're here, if you wanted to get expert advice, if you wanted to get coaching, if you wanted to go forward personally or professionally, let me know. Today, and we're having so much fun. So, this week, I don't know if you've been a part of us all week, but if you have, this is the last week of Season 2, and we started with the science behind habit formation, embracing vulnerability on Tuesday, the path to authenticity. Winning Wednesday was the impact of gratitude on mental well-being. Triumphant Thursday, developing emotional intelligence for leaders. We had Fearless Friday, stress management techniques for busy professionals. Today, on Successful Saturdays, we got the art of effective communication. And tomorrow, to end the season, on Soaring Sundays, cultivating a growth mindset. So, for today, I want to make sure that we are on point and we are getting the right people in the right place, doing the right thing. I want you to discover how to master those skills of clear and impactful communication, enhance relationships, foster collaboration, achieve your goals. Communication is so critical to that. So, coming today, we get to learn techniques to communicate, clarity, confidence, get to discover ways to strengthen personal and professional connections. So important. And gain some tools to navigate those conversations effectively as the leader that you're meant to be. Now, if you can hear me and feel me, give some love, give a shout out. The algorithm loves when we share and comment and like all and such in the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any questions, let me put that in there. Boop, doo, doo, boop. So, ask any questions. Comment, like, share some love, show some feelings. We love that, we love that. And let's get started. Let's look at, in terms of the art of effective communication. We all know that 93% of communication is nonverbal, right? I'm hoping you know that by now. And so many of us focus on just the words we say, and I'm like, oh my goodness, nobody's ever read this and went, oh my God, you're right, here's $10,000. It's nonverbal. So forgetting the tones, the gestures, the energy we bring to the conversation, you're missing so much. You're missing more than 9 out of 10 of all the parts of the conversation, which is the tone, the gestures, the energy. Yeah. I want you to introduce the concept that the goal for today is just really mastering communication so we can enhance those relationships. We can resolve some conflicts. We can achieve personal and a little more professional success. Now, on the foundations of effective communication, let's look at communication as a two-way street. It's about speaking, it's about listening. Let's make sure we remember that clarity is king. And we want to use simple, precise language. Avoid those misunderstandings, miscommunications. Watch out for those nonverbal cues, because nonverbal cues matter. Body language, tone, eye contact. They're critical. Critical. So for an actionable exercise, because we love to make you work, we like to make you do things so that if it's for you, personally for you, do it. It'll only make a deeper impact and a lasting bond. If it's for you, but for family, for friends, if you want to take some of these nuggets of wisdom, if you want to turn this into things that you can do for others, please, if you're a coach, a healer, a therapist, if you're somebody that works with others and helps big them up, put these as extra tools in your tool belt. Have some fun today. Leave a love, leave a comment, leave a share. Awesome, thank you. Now, let's do, for an actionable exercise, the mirror test. Stand in front of the mirror. Practice delivering a short message. I want you to really observe, what is your posture? What are your facial expressions? I want you to look at, what is your tone? Adjust your body language. Be confident. Be inviting. Remember, the most important thing in communication is really hearing what isn't said. That's where you get to come across and people get to form a true feeling about you. I like what he said. I heard what he said. It's not, hearing what isn't said gives you a feeling. I like this person. I don't know what it is about them. I just like them. That's a beautiful place to come from. So, number 2, let's look at active listening. Let's look at the hidden superpower. Active listening builds trust. It builds rapport. And to be honest, it kind of delights people a little bit. So let's say you're listening to somebody and they talk for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes straight. And you remember somewhere around 45 seconds in, they said something that was interesting and something that you can build off, something you can spotlight and showcase yourself from. You put a pin in it. You keep listening. You're involved. You're present in the moment. Then, 5 minutes later when they finish speaking, you go, oh man, Justin, I love that. Justine, I love that. Let me ask you, you said something back at the beginning, and you bring back something they said 4.5 minutes ago, and ask them a question about it that's insightful. Oh my goodness. Talk about building trust. Talk about building rapport. That's the power. The true power of active listening. So jump in on that. It's like nothing else. You get to show you're listening with affirmations. Nodding, I see, go on. It's not the same. Waiting till they're done and giving them back what they said way back at the beginning, the power is incredible. So we're way past, I'm listening just so I can respond, or I'm waiting for my opening, or I'm waiting for a moment. This is horrible communication. That's not exactly what we're looking at. We today are focusing on effective communication, right? The art. It's not a science. If it was, you could go to school, you could study it. I've never seen that yet. So knowing that it's a listening and a speaking, we've talked about the active listening. We've talked about avoiding, listening to respond instead. I want you to listen to understand. I'm listening so I can respond. Nope. That's waiting for your opening. I want you to listen so you can understand. Oh, okay. I see where you're coming from. One leans forward and is ready to jump forward like a race. The other leans back from a place of experience and wisdom and thinks about it. So to make life easier for yourself and to go from one to the other, follow the 3-second rule. In your next conversation, pause for 3 seconds before responding. It ensures you're truly absorbed in what the other person said, and it ensures the other person is 100% absorbed in your answer. It might sound something like this. Well, really, I just, I don't know what that looks like. Okay, I see where you're coming from. Let me see if I can paint a picture. That strategic 3-second pause is huge. Back in the day, they'd call that a pregnant pause. So whether you were speaking and you wanted to pause to build extra gravitas and more weight on the words that you're saying, or whether you wanted to pause because it was strategic, because you were speaking a mile a minute for a little bit of time and everything was going on really, really quick, and now you wanted to go, here's what's important. Okay, that works too. When you want to absorb what others are saying, you immerse yourself in it. When you want them to absorb what you're saying, pregnant pauses, 3-second rules. Follow that. You'll be amazed how much more people lean in and listen on what you're saying. So, yes, there's that beautiful Stephen Covey rule. Seek first to be understood. Well, excuse me, let me try that in English. Speak first to understand, then to be understood. That's the realest possible way to go. Focus on that as your mantra. You'll see what happens. Now, let's look at some barriers that we can try to overcome. And strategically, let's look at overcoming communication barriers. So, barriers like assumptions, those are a big one. Barriers like distractions, even emotional triggers, they're going to derail communication. If every time you hear this word, that's it. You know, if, oh, what's that going on? Shiny light syndrome and squirrel. And you're getting distracted, that's not going to help. If you've got assumptions, you know, and when you assume you make an ass out of you and me, if you've got assumptions coming into this without validating those, you might be completely off track, completely off base. Don't let distractions, assumptions, and emotional triggers derail conversation and communication. Be mindful of the emotional context, yours and others. To be truly understood, avoid the jargon, avoid the overcomplicated language. I know it sounds like you're an expert and they'll be like, wow, he knows this word. That's so cool. But in professional settings especially, just knowing that we have that commonality and we don't need to use that really ensures clarity, and that the message is 100% copaesthetically assimilated by everybody. So it's internalized. Here's an actionable exercise. Do a emotional check-in. Before a critical conversation, take a deep breath and identify your current emotions. Are they likely to enhance or hinder the conversation? I think you decide which way to go with that and be smart. Now, if we're looking at clear communication, it's the key. If you're looking at a successful relationship, you want to make sure that you're on the same page. You want to make sure that everybody knows who you are and what you're doing. You want to make sure that what's coming out is the exact same thing that needs to be going in. And so there's alignment and there's proper uniformity. That is so important. So let's look at another concept. Let's navigate difficult conversations. This is going to be fun. Remember the other day when we spoke about the difference between empathy and sympathy? Empathy is putting yourself in that person's situation and feeling what they feel, but yet being removed enough that you don't have to physically go through what they do. That's sympathy. Two people, one guy's on the edge of the ship and he's feeling nauseous because of the sea tide, and another person comes over. If they feel nauseous with him, that's sympathy. If they go get him a glass of water, that's empathy. They can feel for them without having to feel what they feel. So approach with empathy. How would I feel if I were in their position? Use those I statements because they're going to help you express your feelings. They're going to give you the chance to do it without assigning blame. I hurt when, very different. You make me feel like completely different. So stay solution focused. Frame those discussions really around resolving issues, not assigning fault or blame or anything like that, right? Good. Now, if we wanted to look at an actionable item, let's reframe the conflict. Let's write down a current, a past conflict. Let's rewrite that conversation. So replace the accusations with understanding statements. Focus on solutions. Look at how, words are free. It's how you use them that can cost you. And if you bring them out, there's no way to bring them back in. So focus on that. Let's look at enhancing personal and professional relationships. Look at adapting your communication and especially your communication style. And look at it to your audience. Is it a friend? Is it a coworker? Is it a partner? Be appropriate. In a professional setting, use those, the 3 C's: confidence, clarity, conciseness. Be bold. Be brief. Be gone. Check in with your loved ones. Strengthen those personal bonds. Here's a simple daily connection as an actionable exercise. Look at sending a thoughtful message. Ask one meaningful question to someone that cares about you and that you care about every day this week. One, how crazy would they feel? Just touched and tickled pink. Look at communication to a relationship as like oxygen to life, right? Without it, it dies. So let's build confidence in those communications. Let's look at confidence coming from preparation and practice. Look at it as practices, kind of power posing. Before a conversation, before a presentation, boost your confidence. Accept that it's okay to pause. Gather your thoughts. It shows thoughtfulness, not weakness, like, I'm unprepared. There's a difference. There's no need to fill those pregnant pauses with, that's disturbing for everyone. And I don't think that helps you get to your next point. A pause is a pause. Be silent and let that silence have so much power, so much weight for you. Then it's thoughtfulness. Otherwise, it may be perceived as weakness, and I can see why. So, actionable item, look at that elevator pitch practice. Craft and practice a 30-second pitch. About yourself, your ideas. It's going to build some clarity, and that clarity builds confidence, and that'll give you for future interactions. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I have a course for you. It's available. I'll charge nothing for you. It's called The Art of Networking. And in it, you'll learn how to craft a 5-second, 10-second, 30-second, 1-minute pitch, a 2-minute pitch. Every networking event that I've ever been to in the last 5 years all have some version of that. And you'll need to have those in your back pocket to pull it out, whereas everyone else is going, and has marbles in their mouth. You'll know exactly what to say. Reach out to me. I'd love to help you. Reach out to me if you're looking to have energy coaching, energy work. If you don't know my background, I've been an elite energy coach for 30 years. Olympians, national sports teams, Cirque du Soleil, acrobats, artists. About 15,000 people have gone through my hands in the last 30 years. 2 best-selling books on energy management, how to get in and stay in the zone. And here we're looking at, once the pandemic came, I created Allura Pandemic. And it was a kind of not Allura Pandemic, it's Allura Creative Agency, but it was kind of an answer to the pandemic, where everybody that I was talking to, including myself, they were having so much issues with the tech and the marketing and just, these fake gurus. And we wanted to have a place of authenticity where the tide raises all boats and we have support and community. So, Allura Creative looks at blowing a spotlight on you. If you're a coach, a healer, a therapist, if you're hunting whales, going after C-suite executives, reach out to us. If you want to come on the show and spotlight and big up and bring your broadcast and yourself out to the world, reach out to me. I'd love to have you on the show. If you're looking for energy coaching and you're ready at 9 out of 10 and you wanted to get to 9.1, 9.2, let me know. Love to hear you in the chat. Would love to say hello personally and professionally. And let's focus on where we can really look at today and just say, hey, nugget of wisdom, good communication is going to bridge the gap between confusion and clarity. I'm not really sure what it is or what we do or what we're... Okay, confusion, clarity. Oh, I get it. I understand. This makes total sense. What a world of difference, right? Good communication is that bridge, and it'll get you there. So, active listening, clarity, empathy, confidence, navigating difficult conversations. Okay, those are the key points. Encouraging you to really take one exercise this week, like the 3-second rule or the emotional check-in, and just focus on it. Feel all the feels. Give it a shot and see what you do. See how it works. See how it resonates with you. Let's look at effective communication. It's not just a skill. It's going to be giving you a gift. It's going to give to you. It's going to give to everyone around you. It's going to make all the others in your world there feel wow. Especially when you master it. You're going to notice the relationships, the opportunities. It's that sense of fulfillment. It transforms. So, give us back. Reach out to me personally, professionally. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your community. Put it on your LinkedIn. Send it out to the universe. See what happens. What's one communication technique that you found helpful? Share it. The tide raises all boats. And if you want to join us, go to LinkedIn. Click the community, the one and only one you want to play with. It's the Frequency of Abundance group. Focus on us there. Click on groups. Join us. Reach out to me and see how we can play in the same sandbox. I'm Natan Verhovsky, your host with the most. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Now, tomorrow ends season 2. And we've got, for Soaring Sundays, cultivating a growth mindset. So, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. I let you sleep in only on the weekends. Like today, on Successful Saturdays, and tomorrow, Soaring Sundays. Come in at 1 in the afternoon Eastern and join us. Monday to Friday, it's 10 a.m. Eastern. Let's go. Getting ready. Next week, rounding out the 3rd week in Season 2 in January 2025, we are letting you binge watch Season 1. Last week at 2025 January, we are letting you binge watch Season 2. Everything that you might have missed this season, get caught up. Season 3 starts in February, and I can tell you, Groundhog Day, February 2nd, that's my birthday. We're going to have something special that episode. I can guarantee. Now, come join us, have some fun, bring some friends, spotlight, showcase, restream, reshare, like, comment, come on, do all the things. Let us get out that extra voice to others. Help others. Know that we are here for you. Can't wait to play extra on Season 3. Looking to showcase you. And know that I can't wait till tomorrow. Oh man, cultivating that growth mindset, it's going to be exciting. Until tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Natan Verhovsky, your host with the most. Welcome to Frequency of Abundance Group. Welcome to what Allura Creative Agency proudly presents as a captivating talk just for you. I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to each other.